Sharky got a bit lost. So that was saying, let me up.
Not so daily anymore.
I'm from Jersey Channel Islands. Our buildings go no higher than, what, 8 or 9 stories. Oh my goodness. That apparently is Torchwood Tower. Featured in Doctor Who. We got some sort of crash. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a... Yes, we found Torchwood Tower. One more time. There is the big bugger itself. So you saw Torchwood Tower. Now we are under it. This is the lobby area of Torchwood Tower. Yes, we're right in the centre. Wow, technically speaking, about there is the centre of it. That little gap there with the fire extinguisher, that would be the centre. Yes, underground, that's where we came up. We're going to go under there, and we're going to go under the central bit again and look up. This is a nice little lobby. Look at this. Apparently Torchwood's invaded by the unconsciousness. Weird circle thing. So came back to the underground bit of it, and this is roughly where the centre is. Unfortunately, it's not much to look at. Okay, so I'm back in the hotel room. We're going to watch Men in Black 3 on the little TV there. And I think it's time for a recap. I got to talk to Brett Spiner, who is Data from the Next Generation. Me and TARDIS, we went to the queue. We selected a ticket, because you needed a ticket to queue up, so there wasn't a massive, gigantic queue. So I picked one. Mine was 106. Now, we decided to go off for a coffee and come back later, because he said it would be around half 11 before the ticket numbers reach 100. So we did. During this time, we got we noticed directly across the road is where we get our free gift pack from, which we got. And then we had our coffee. Then we went back and we went to Brett Spiner's booth. It was still 1 to 75, the numbers, so we went up next. I'm vlogging here. So it still said 1 to 75 on it. So it's like, okay, we queued up for a bit because we knew that any time now, because it was approaching, it was about 10 to 11. So we basically had about 10 minutes to spare. A lot of people were going in for the autographs, so we knew that it was going to change anytime soon. Plus, Tardid wanted a little practice run because clip in closing, we got a sneaky pick. Now here's the thing. We were approaching the gate. I knew at this time, we're getting closer, it's about time I got the ticket. I go through my pockets, where I thought I left it. No, I know I left it, but they weren't in my pocket. So then I checked the coat pockets, wasn't in my pocket. Checked the bag, wasn't in the bag. It's like, fuck, how did I lose this ticket? I don't lose tickets. I've been looking after them throughout this trip. And it's the first one I've lost. What must have happened though, because I remember getting out the Star Trek card for the guy to punch a hole in. He punched a hole in my card. What's up with that? Anyway, he had to punch a hole in the card to say that we got our free pack. So I remember getting that out, but it was in the same pocket I had the ticket. So it must have fallen out. Didn't notice. I thought, oh crap, I'm going to have to grab another ticket and it's going to be like 200 to 300 something and I'm going to be here all bloody day. No, what happened was, when we got the ticket, we were talking to this guy. We were having a bit of a giggle and we were asking several questions. Because we're thick, we knew nothing. Luckily for us, we did this, however, because we went up to the guy going, do you remember us?
No, to the guy.
No, you did, yes.
Yeah, and I went, I'm sorry, we've lost our ticket. And he looked, and he's going, I think I remember you. And then I pointed at Glenn, and he went, Oh, I remember you. That's
Therefore,
awesome.
it was
4,000 people there who remembered us.
I know. Which was the awesome thing. The even more awesome thing was, thank God I didn't have to grab another ticket. So we go back in the queue. I'm thinking everything's fine. He knows me, so I can go in. That's fine. That's correct. So we join the queue. TARDIS goes off to try and see where the best spot is to get this kip and closing. Sneaky pick. Now, I'm about 4 people away from the door, and then the guy wanders off. I'm like, no, where are you going? No. Then I see him. He didn't wander off far. He went to the other booth and started talking to this other teammate. I'm like, no, because they both started to come back. I'm like, don't you go on a break. Not now. Don't you go on a break now. No, luckily, she's just crowd control. It was like, whew. People were trying to get into queue and go beyond the point before they even passed the ticket. They tried to sneak in a free.
We had.
We did, but in fairness, that wasn't our fault. Now, okay, right, so that was cool. Then it got to the point where it was our turn to go in. And he's like, no, sorry, hold on, you're going to have to wait behind the red line for a minute. There's too many people there. So we did. We waited. But the queue in front of us for the ticket booth was going down. There was a bit of a gap. So it's like, can we not go now? He was too busy talking to this idiot who was trying to get another ticket and couldn't understand this was the ticket line for Brett Spiner. Which gave this other couple the perfect opportunity to just walk right by us, go into the thing and go in the queue. I was like, no, he told us to wait. So then we went behind this guy. Which, and now, normally I'd be like, you fuckers, you pushed in. But no, there's a reason why I didn't. 1, I couldn't be asked, I was too tired to have the argument, and 2, it came in handy for me later on. We're heading for Brett now. TARDIS goes off to a little position. Now, before the guy in front of me pushed in, before he got to see Brett was like, hang on a second, took a sip of his coffee, and did this. Oh yeah, that's good. That loud as well. So, it's a good thing he went first, because Brett did look a bit tired, so I knew he does what I normally do. If you're tired, you need something to give you a kick, and coffee was obviously his. And he was not patient with the next person, per se, probably because he was a pain in the arse, not Brett, the person he saw. But that was good, because it gave him a chance to get that out his system before I got there. No, this is how much of the guy in front of me, this is how much of a pain in the arse it was. It was such a pain in the arse. The crewmate who works there, who was sitting next to Brett, actually asked me to come closer, and he took my thing he was going to autograph and my ticket, just to indicate to this other guy, no, you're going to have to fuck off. Which he did, and it was my turn. Now, here we go. Here's what I did. I get in front of Brett, and Brett's like, hello. I say nothing. My brain cannot comprehend that I'm in front of Brett Spiner. He says, hello again, and I'm like, oh yes, sorry, hello.
First time in his life, he couldn't find a word. Any word.
No.
It doesn't have to be any language. It doesn't have to be British. None.
No. So he said hello. Nothing happened. Brain just could not comprehend I'm in front of Brett Spiner. He says hello again, and that's when my brain went, oh yeah, oh sorry, yes, hello.
Not being rude.
I said I loved you in Star Trek, obviously, we're in the Star Trek convention. So obviously I went, I loved you in Star Trek, and I love most of your work, and I gotta say, I particularly love your internet series you're currently doing. Links that are down below for those who haven't seen it yet. And he says to me words that will forever be in my head. Really, you liked it? It was good for you, was it? Yes, I loved it. You're the first person to say anything about my YouTube series at this convention. I was like, really? Yes! No, this is I didn't say yes there. I was like, after he said that, I was too giddy what he said, and so happy I'd met him and had this little chat. I grabbed the thing and walked up to TARDIS and went, I forgot to say goodbye. I forgot to do any of that. I was just like, we have the picture, which, again, just for fun, is enclosed now. Let's go back to the convention. You may have noticed a lot of cuts. You may have noticed a lot of editing. You may have noticed a lot of editing. Yes, I'm aware there's a lot here now. But okay, right, yes, from other vlogs. That's because we may have said some not so pleasant words about the convention itself. And in fairness, at the time, it was justified because we had no idea what was going on, who organised it, whatever. We also, today, met the guys who organised it. We were like, you're kidding. No. Excellent. And then he decided to tell us the museum, clip and closing, was all organised by him, we believe to be his son.
Yep, the son.
And his missus. Just 3. All of a sudden, everything we saw there, even though we thought at the time slightly mediocre, suddenly made sense. And you know what? It's not mediocre. There was only 3 of them, and it was his own personal collection.
And he had to ship it over Eastern Europe to get it here because he has a passion for it. And when people buy things in the shop, it can be up to 2 months before he gets the money from the company that owns the credit card machines, whatever you call them. So therefore, he really does it for the love of it.
Yes.
Kindly ask people to pay cash so you can get some money up front sooner. I just think it's awesome. It's also awesome because he's got a beard down to here.
Yes, he had a ZZ Top beard, yeah. So now that we know that it's someone's own personal collection there, and it only took 3 of them, and they had to ship it, and they're not getting a whole lot of money up front.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that made it worth it. Because it's understandable. At first, we thought, is this the museum? There's not a lot here, but now we know why. Because actual Star Trek people didn't bother with museums. This was this guy's own personal collection. It must have cost him a bomb to collect this stuff over the years.
Yeah. I mean, that's not all his collection. It's what he just could afford to ship over.
Exactly. It wasn't the whole lot neither. The other booth on the side, if I have filmed that, clip and closing. If not, I'm sorry. But there's the side booth across the way from where we got the tickets for the bridge shoot.
Yeah.
There was uniforms hanging up and that, and on the counter was pictures of everything he couldn't bring. So yes, the pictures are the props and things he's got that he didn't ship. So it was like, you know what? This was actually quite good then. Yeah.
The company's Film West. That's his company, and there's 3 of them. It's a real mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
Americans get that one. And I think it's just awesome.
So in total, freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this holiday.
Yes.
So, on this note, we're going to watch Men in Black 3. So, we will catch you guys tomorrow, which will be our last day here.
Yes. We're going to see, hopefully, Bella the dinosaur.
From the Natural History Museum.